So what's going on, guys? So today's topic, we're going to be discussing NoFap and female attraction. Now, I've done videos before where I told you examples of the experiences I've had with female attraction. Now in this video, I'm going to go in depth about how it all comes together. How does NoFap actually create female attraction, or just attraction in general? But I know most of you guys out there are more concerned with female attraction, so I'm going to dive in that a little bit more. This camera freaking straight. Okay, I guess I was. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to NoFap, semen retention, and female attraction is confidence. Now, this term has been thrown around pretty much in every single video about self-improvement or talking to girls or picking up girls. Now, confidence itself is supposed to come from within a person. It might sound cliche, but that's the truth. And if you actually do have inner confidence, you can attract anybody. I mean, you can attract females into your life. You can attract a business partner into your life. You can attract money. You can attract fame, whatever it is. As long as you have that inner confidence within you, not the outer confidence that you get from wearing good clothes or, styling your hair a certain way, or, based on if you have a good, sharp jawline, or if you're tall, if you're muscular. No, it's not about that. So actually being confident, where does that come from? It comes from being a very masculine guy. See, as guys, we're supposed to be more masculine, and female is supposed to be feminine. That's how it's supposed to be. That's science. You're supposed to be a guy who has goals in his life, who has a passion in life, who knows what he wants. He's determined to get it, and he's willing to go through every obstacle, no matter how hard it is, to get there. And yes, being well groomed or well dressed does help as well. I actually suggest you do follow that too, because if you do have inner confidence, but at the same time you look like crap, even to yourself, this is the main thing. It honestly doesn't really matter too much if you look like crap to somebody else, because people judge no matter what. But to yourself, if you feel, okay, I don't look my best today, then that's going to obviously affect your confidence. So make sure you get this on point. It's supposed to come more from within, because when you get on this journey, you want to self-improve everything. And a lot of it is mental. A lot of this confidence that you want to build up is mental. It's not physical. Especially for me, it was definitely more about my mentality, how I am as a person, how I talk to people, rather than how I look, because I felt like I work out a lot and, I don't look half as bad. So I had that outer kind of confidence within me. So I just had to really get my mental game up. All right, another thing I want to tell you, fapping itself really kills your personality. I mean, it destroys it. You do not know the difference between real life and what's not real, like what's fake, because you've made that fake fapping world into your reality. And that is pretty much your escape. You go to that every single time you feel a little depressed or you feel lonely, and you're like, or if you lack that confidence to go up and actually talk to a female, you're gonna go and start fapping, and you're gonna be like, look at this, I'm fapping, and this is this really pretty girl who I just quote unquote had sex with, and it was just pretty much your left or right hand, whatever the heck you do, I don't care. And you use one of those to, help you feel better. Just stupid. I mean, come on, we all know this. Because what ends up happening, man, we all know the feeling, especially all these people on NoFap and Semen Retention. If you're not on this journey and you feel like you don't need to be on this journey, then, that's actually kind of amazing to me. Because I feel like everybody, to some extent, has a problem when it comes to fapping. So what happens after you fap? You feel drained, man. You feel tired. You feel like you have no motivation in life. And you honestly feel guilt. Every single time you're done fapping, you naturally just feel guilt. And you pretty much, that's your body and your mind telling you, okay, this was not the right thing to do. Why did I even do this? And that 5 seconds of that dopamine rush that your mind gets, do you think that's really worth it? That right afterwards you feel hours of guilt and days where you feel social anxiety? Do you really think that 5 seconds of pleasure is worth it? I mean, if you say yes, oh God, you really need help, man, and I want to help you out with that. I mean, if some people do say yes in the comments, I'm pretty darn sure they'll be saying it sarcastically. But if you say yes and you think about it, you're like, yeah, man, it's worth it, then you, bro, need to watch every single one of my videos from the beginning. All right. So it kills. NoFap itself kills social anxiety. What happens when you go on NoFap and Semen Retention? You are actually present in the moment. You are able to feel feelings that you were not able to feel before because you used to escape that reality and go to your fake, horrible, dreadful fapping world. You actually are able to talk, have a conversation with somebody. You're able to process what they said, and you're able to give feedback. See, the great thing about it is when you're on NoFap and Semen Retention and you are very uncomfortable when it comes to talking to people, this actually makes you a lot more comfortable. And your social anxiety pretty much goes away. Well, I mean, it depends, to be honest. Some people, it might take more time. Some people, it might happen faster. Because it depends on how much you used to fap before. If you used to fap a lot before, it might take a little bit more time. Like for me, I started experiencing more female attraction and more attraction in general, probably about a month and a week in. It took a while for me. Some people say within their first 10 days or first 2 weeks, they experience these crazy benefits, and it just sounds too good to be true, but it does happen with some people like that. And for some people, you'll have to be a lot more patient, like it has been in my journey. I've had to be very patient with all this to get some kind of benefit. See, and when you're on this journey as well, you will attract much better things than you used to attract when you were fapping all the time. You get this positive energy inside you. You get this motivation inside you, and you want to become the best version of yourself. You want to become a 10. You are going to end up attracting a 10 as well. I'll talk about 10 when it comes to a female, 10 when it comes to males who you want to talk to, you want to get in a business with, you want to grow with, or you have ideas. You're going to attract people just like that in your life. And all that sexual energy that used to be drained before because you didn't have any, because all the fapping and all the wasting time on stupid videos that just made you feel horrible. You're gonna have all that sexual energy inside you. And we all know on NoFap and Semen Retention by now that women can actually sense this. The pheromones, they sense it. They can just, almost like a man musk that they can just smell, and they just get more attracted to you. They're like, damn, this is a masculine dude. Even guys, they'll notice this, which is why a lot of guys end up saying, dude, I seen guys looking at me as well as females. Like, it's a little weird. But man, this is gonna happen because you're one of the few out there who's taking initiative to become the best version you possibly can of yourself. See, you're gonna end up expressing all your sexual energy by setting out new goals, getting out of your comfort zone, which is one of the biggest things anybody can possibly do. Because once you get out of your comfort zone, you start doing things, little things. Like, it doesn't have to be huge improvements. It could be small ones. Let's say, for example, you have crazy social anxiety, and you just going up to somebody and asking them for directions is actually going to be a huge step in your life. It's going to be way more bigger than what your end goal is, which is like you just randomly go up and start conversations. That beginning one step of asking a random person for directions is going to be way bigger, because that was that one thing that made you take initiative. Once you take initiative, man, and then you just got to stay consistent and determined. Once you do that, bro, it's going to be all uphill from there, man. Now, I want to tell you about this, that what I was saying earlier about my personal NoFap and Semen Retention journey, that it takes time, man. It really does take time. I used to be a heavy fapper, and I used to be very antisocial. I hated the thought of even going outside in public. I hated the thought of people looking at me and judging me. But now it's almost taking a 180-degree turn, man. I'm approaching almost 100 days on NoFap very soon. And I'm telling you, like, the change is phenomenal. It's amazing. And now I'm much more happier than I used to be. Even though it's cold weather, I hate the cold weather. I take summer over winter any day of the week. I mean, fall pretty much over any season, but since we're comparing winter here, summer definitely. So even though it's winter, even though I know I probably get asthma, my nose starts going crazy during the winter time, I still have that confidence built up in me because of this journey. And I'm so much more happier. I'm so much more content with everything that I have. I'm very, very grateful, man, for everything. For every little thing I can possibly think of. I thank God for it. And I'm happy, and I attract happy people. I attract people who are more motivated. I attract people who want to become the best version of themselves. I attract people who want to go out in the world and accomplish their goals. I attract people who do things in life, rather than before when I was fapping all the time. I attracted very depressing people in my life. Even my ex, one of my exes, she was extremely depressing. She alcoholic, smoking weed all the time, and never took care of her body. Bro, like I Others who surrounded me were just negative thinking people. And I pretty much did that to myself. I projected my aura. I projected everything that I was feeling or thinking in here. I projected that out towards everybody. Now everybody assumed, okay, this guy is miserable. He is very shy. He doesn't talk. He really has a terrible life at home as well. Yeah, he doesn't have any social circle. He has no social skills whatsoever. All he focuses on is working out, which I'm glad I still had that, because if I did not have that, I would probably go crazy. Workout was a mental thing for me more than physical. And now I still do my same workout too. I still work out a lot. But yeah, man, now I just attract different people into my life. I attract people who are way more motivated, man. Because I'm way more motivated to do a lot of things in life. And see, women, they can sense your energy. Like I said, they sense the pheromones, and they can smell it off you, because that's how it used to work back in caveman times. You know, the woman, the most feminine, or actually they're all feminine, and they just were more attracted to the more masculine guy, the guy who goes out and kills a tiger with a stick and a rock, comes back and provides for the family. You know, that's what attracts them in the first place. Damn, my throat keeps getting very dry. Sorry about that. And that's pretty much how evolution is supposed to work. You have all this masculinity and all this positivity, and it attracts them. It's like a magnet. It's this term I've heard is called, I think, personal magnetism. I've discussed it in a previous video before, where all the things that you want to attract and the way you feel about them, they just come right back to you. So now, since I've feeling more positive inside my body about my physical self and my mental self, I'm attracting a lot of more stable people into my life. And it definitely feels very, very good. Now, this is what really attracts all the females. And this is the beauty of the NoFap and Semen Retention journey, man. This is what ends up happening. They all just flock towards you, and they don't even know why. Aside from the fact that they can sense your masculinity, but at the same time, they just they feel the confidence that you have. They get that sensation. They just feel more feminine around you, because you're so sure of yourself. You know what you want from life. You know how to get to your goals and what you need to do to accomplish those goals. See, I've had many female attraction stories. I've told you a couple of those before. And this time what I did, instead of waiting for a female to come and approach me, which has happened twice already, and this time I was feeling so confident in myself that I actually approached the girl. I did not do this before on my Semen Retention NoFap journey. See, for some guys, it just takes longer to get to that point. For some of you, you might, within the third week, might be able to just go and talk to females and easily attract them, get their numbers, get them in bed, whatever the heck you want to do. But for me, it took this long. But that's the thing. I've been patient with it, man. So getting back to the story, you could just visualize it. I was in the produce aisle, and I was picking up some, I think it was broccoli or something. Yeah, but it was close by. It was by the produce aisle. So I saw this girl, and by the way, guys, for me, probably 9 out of 10, and I'm picky as shit. Yeah, so the fact that I say 9 out of 10, like, believe me, she was a 9 out of 10. I mean, if I had a picture of her, I would have definitely showed it, like, right now on the screen. But since I care about people's privacy, one, I'm not going to do that, and two, I don't have a picture of her anyway. So So yeah, she saw me picking out my stuff, and she looked at me for a good 2 to 3 seconds. I was pretty sure she was checking me out, and I was like, I knew, because I saw her in the corner of my eye. I was like, well, okay, this girl's checking me out. You know, she's probably gonna approach me. But then I was like, you know what? Screw that, man. I don't got time right now. I gotta go home, and I gotta I gotta go start my video, or I gotta write an article. I wasn't sure which one I was gonna do, but I knew I was gonna do one of the two. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Go straight up to her. And the main thing you guys have to do is, whatever your intentions are with a girl, whatever they are, you got to make it clear from the get-go, man. You don't want to beat around the bush. One thing I knew is I was not looking for a relationship with this girl. Another thing I knew is I did not care if I got her number or not. And I just said whatever the heck I want. I started complimenting her sexually as soon as I got into the conversation. And yeah, the response was exactly how I expected it to be. She looked like she got a little, pissed off about it and whatever, but she still ended up giving me her number, because she said not a lot of guys are that open as you are. And she said she straight up said she might have slapped me, but she said I like your confidence. So I mean, you just got to be clear with what your intentions are with the female, and not give a crap about what the results are going to be, or if you're actually going to get her number. Because you start focusing on that, you're focusing on the wrong thing. See, my entire thought when this conversation was happening was, I'm becoming into the best version of myself. I am getting out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is seeing a female and not doing shit about it. Okay? Even if she's attractive, I look at her, I leave. But this was me getting way out of my comfort zone. Like, not only am I or was very antisocial, but as well as, talking to females at the same time, it was like, wow, holy crap. Guys do that nowadays, or since the beginning, like, they're all looked at as very ballsy guys. They have the confidence to actually approach. And that's what sets like 99% of guys from that 1% who actually have the balls to go approach, because that woman right then and there knows that this guy has some ridiculous freaking confidence. Same, man, I got the number and everything. Texted her for a day or two, and I haven't texted her since, just because that my intention was not ever to really engage with this girl, man. I mean, can I probably have sex with her? Yeah, but I don't really care about that right now. I am so focused on just being the best version of myself and just doing everything I possibly can to accomplish my goals. So this interaction for me was just me getting out of my comfort zone. Am I going to do this in the future? Hell yeah, I'm going to do it. Only because it's bettering myself. That's what I care about on this Semen Retention NoFap journey. Yeah, a lot of guys might be like, dude, you could still engage in sexual activity and all that. I know. I just choose not to. I know you can also, have dry orgasms while having sex and everything, but I mean, at this point, I don't really need females like that. So it's just the way it is right now. So yeah, guys, that was the story. I probably didn't sound that great, but it was, at the moment, it was freaking great, because I was experiencing a whole nother level of confidence, and the fact that she was really pretty. But yeah, at the same time, you just gotta focus on what's actually important. And that's you. You yourself are the most important thing in your life. You and God. And for me, it's me and God. For some people out there, it might be just you and you. That's it. But I mean, I don't care. I don't judge. Whatever. But for me, it's just me and God. Yeah, guys. So if you actually like all my shit, remember to subscribe, man. I get views on my videos like crazy, but I see a lot of people not actually subscribing. doesn't hurt you guys at all to do that. Just please do it for me, and you could check out my other videos too if you like. You guys can email me questions if you have any about any kind of NoFap semen retention related thing, question, whatever you have. You guys can follow me on Snapchat. You guys could also check out my Patreon page. Yeah, I've been working a lot on that, putting up articles about self-improvement all the damn time. I love doing it. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys got some kind of value from this video. You guys understood more how female attraction works on NoFap, you know, aside from every single video out there just telling you, oh, I had this happen to me, I had this happen to me, I had this happen to me. How does it actually freaking work? I hope I explained that to you pretty well, as well as that attraction story itself. You know, that was just a cherry on top for you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned a lot. All right, guys, let's be our own heroes, man.